Rotterdam South.
Crime. Unknown.
Intercultural.
Immigrants.
Ghetto.
Violent.
Dangerous.
Wow.
Home.
Unknown.
Complex. Ghetto.
To use the term ghetto is an exaggeration. Rotterdam South is multifaceted. We want to show you the true diversity of the south of Rotterdam. Join our journey. Welcome to Charloes. This is a district in the south of Rotterdam which has its own diverse neighborhoods. Zuid is a progressive, modern district in which many businesses have their offices. It also has a beautiful view of the Maas River.
I think Rotterdam South has a bad reputation because of the history. There used to be a lot of wars and it was a bad place to live, but now they just changed everything. It's a really good neighborhood to live in.
The national program Rotterdam South is a governmental council aiming at improving the South through accommodation, employment and education. Let's hear what Marco Pastors has to tell us about their projects.
It's traditionally built as a labor part of the city. And it has 200,000 inhabitants. And if you look at it at this moment, it's a bit of a backward area, a lot of unemployment, low education. And in the Netherlands we do not have a city part as big as this, 200,000 people, with those scores. The reputation is that it is in the area of the Randstad in the Netherlands, which is a very prosperous area. It's maybe the poorest part with the poorest housing. That's the reputation. That's also there's part of truth in it, and at the same moment it also gives the upward potential, because at this location in this part of Holland there is room for growth, for better housing, better scores, more employment. School, work and housing. We say that when you want to improve an area, you have to improve the situation of the people living there. We have extra money for schools, and they have 10 hours extra lessons per week for every kid. Make the hours that they are in school longer, they learn more.
We asked Marco to share his favorite places in the south.
I like very much the part along the river. I also like the football stadium, the Feyenoord place. And there are several very nice locations in housing areas. Most people don't know where they are because you drive by, but they are very traditional labor squares with green in the middle.
Hoogvliet is a suburb in the very south with a weekly market which attracts a lot of its residents. RAF is a creative hub in the south in which people can get together and enjoy arts and culture. We asked Ashley Neeland to tell us more about the organization.
It stands for Rotterdam Art, Adventure and Food. That's the first thing we do. We have this information point. Second thing is our program. We have a very small stage, but we have a very big program. Well, the last thing we do is when our dinner and lunch cafe is closed, we use our space for a social group. So people mostly in Rotterdam South that need, for example, language classes, because they don't really get the Dutch language, so that's a problem for them to get a job, you know. Those people, we host their language classes, and a lot of people are very poor here, and so yeah, the south part of Rotterdam really got the stamp. If you go on the street there, then you get robbed or something bad happens to you. But we really, yeah, we just like to get rid of that stamp, or at least try and make a start. We like to show people that it's very interesting and very arty. We take these people to all the small arts places or other communities, also little museums and stuff like that, and then people all start to see that it's quite nice to be here and it's not that bad at all. Our main goal is, you know, to have a cultural meeting point, a place where everyone feels at home, and that's why the people call it the living room of South, and that's a big compliment for us because that's exactly the feeling, the vibe we like to have with our.
Ashley then spoke to us about her favorite area where RAF is based.
The Afrikanerij, that's this area, and that is the specific place that people have this very black stamp on, you know. But I live there. This is the area. Look how beautiful it is.
The Afrikaner market is part of the Feyenoord district as well as the famous football stadium. IJsselmond is a residential area in the south with around 60,000 inhabitants. We have shown that the south of Rotterdam isn't as simple as the stereotype suggests. What do you think about it now?
Big buildings, the harbor.
Fantastic.
Amazing. Rotterdam South is the south.
Now awesome.
Different. Multicultural.
Amazing.
Feyenoord, gezellig.